Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Leading Daily. My name is Quincy Jackson. I'm your leadership coach on this channel. And today we're going to also complete, or at least go through part two of a reading by Ziglar. I see you at the top. So if you guys can see that there, I do not own the rights or copyrights to this book. So if you do want to check the book out for yourself, I highly recommend it. We're going to go through the Chapter 4, 15 Steps to a Healthy Self-Image. We're going to go through steps 6 through 10 so that you can learn what those steps are for yourself, and then you can obviously implement those steps to have greater success toward whatever it is that you're working. Okay, so if you haven't already watched the first video going through steps 1 through 5, I highly encourage you to do that. That way you can follow along and work the steps incrementally and sequentially to accomplish whatever you're going after. So let's get into it. Step number 6, it says, join the smile and compliment club. When you smile at someone and they smile back, you automatically feel better, and it is definitely increases your face value. Even if they don't smile back, you will feel better because you know the most destitute person in the world is the one without a smile. So that last sentence is actually bolded. So I'm going to take out my green highlighter. If you watched the last video, you know I have a highlighter with me, and I highlight from time to time as I read. Continuing on, it says, you immediately become richer by giving that person yours. Ditto for the compliment. When you sincerely compliment a person or extend him a courtesy, he is going to receive a direct benefit and like himself better. It is impossible for you to make someone feel better and not feel better yourself. One of the best ways to make anyone else feel better is to spread optimism and good cheer. So I'll highlight that section as well, or that last sentence. You can do this almost instantly in your daily exchanges with associates and family. When someone says, hi, how you doing? Give them a big cheerful, super good, but I'll get better. If you don't feel good, it's safe to say you want to feel that way, even safer to say that if you claim the feeling, you will soon have the feeling. In the attitude segment, you will learn why this is true. Another way to properly answer the phone. Many people answer the telephone with a gruff hello, or even more gruff yes, as if the caller had committed a dastardly sin. My personal approach is this. When I answer the telephone at home, I answer it by singing a little ditty. Oh, good morning to you. Or I might say, howdy, howdy, howdy. Or good morning. This is Jan Ziglar's husband. Or good morning. We're having a great day at the Ziglars and hope you are too. I do this because that is generally the way I feel. However, I answer my phone this way regardless of how I feel. Again, the reason is simple. If I don't feel good but act that way, I will soon feel that way. Also, I have a responsibility to the person who is calling. If I am optimistic and cheerful, the chances are much stronger that I will give a lift, turn it over the page, to the person calling. And the truth of the matter is, I am my brother's keeper. The Bible says, a merry heart hath a continual feast, and this approach guarantees a merry heart. At our company, our secretaries answer the telephone just as enthusiastically by saying, good morning. It is a great day at Zig Ziglar's. Our company is the Zig Ziglar Corporation. I'm convinced that everyone, including you, just naturally feels better when exposed to a cheerful, optimistic individual, almost regardless of the nature or length of the contact. Step 7. Do something for someone else. Visit a shut-in or someone in the hospital. Bake a cake for an invalid. Participate in a reading or visitation program for the aged or senile, go shopping for a shut in, babysit for a young mother who needs to get out of the house, spend a few minutes on a regular basis teaching a functional illiterate to read, become a volunteer with the Red Cross or a den mother, or help little ones cross a dangerous intersection to and from school. Be a big brother to an orphan. Take some fatherless kid on a hike in the woods or spend time with them in a guidance role. For 100 different ideas and suggestions along these lines, let me urge you to read Try Giving Yourself Away by David Dunn. There are two major considerations you must make, however. You must accept no compensation, and the person or persons you assist should not be in a position to do anything for you in return. This I guarantee. If you will do something for someone who is unable to return the favor, you will get a lot more than you can possibly give. In so many cases, what you give will mean much to the recipient, but the feeling you get when you do something for someone who cannot do for themselves is indescribable. You will realize that you are truly fortunate, that you do have a lot to be thankful for, that you can make a contribution, and that you are in fact somebody. In short, you will stand tall in your own eyes, which is the bonus you get because you took what you had and unselfishly used it for someone else's good. Charles Dickinson said it best: no one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of it to anyone else. And pause to highlight this. Step 8. Be careful of your associates. Deliberately associate with people of a high moral character who look on the bright side of life, and the benefits will be enormous. As an example, I'm convinced that if every doctor, teacher, lawyer, policeman, politician, civil service employee, military person, etc., had to sell for a living for 3 months and then had to attend an enthusiastic sales meeting once a week, our great country would be even greater. Over the years, I have seen hundreds of men and women from all walks of life enter the sales world as shy, introverted, incompetent individuals, and within a matter of weeks become confident, competent, and far more productive people. Here's why. In many cases, these people had lived in a negative environment, surrounded by people who dumped negative garbage into their minds and told them what they could not do. Their entry into sales meant a dramatic change in environment and associates. Now everyone started telling them what they could do. They heard positive statements from trainers, managers, and associates. They saw daily results on all sides as a result of this approach. Since it was more fun and more profitable for them to like themselves, they almost immediately started changing their self-image. My point is this: if every person were regularly exposed to this kind of environment and to people like this, just think what it would do to their self-image and to their attitude. Obviously, we can't require others to change their associates, but you can choose to associate with people like this. Do it, and the results will be fantastic. Pick out those people who are optimistic and enthusiastic about life, and I'll guarantee you some of it will rub off on you. Remember, you acquire much of the thinking, mannerisms, and characteristics of the people you are around. I'll pause there for a highlight that is actually in bold. This is true whether the people around you are good or bad. Even your IQ could be affected by your environment and associates. July 1976 Success Unlimited tells the story. In the kibbutz in Israel, evaluations revealed that the average IQ of the Oriental Jewish children was 85 and 105 for the European Jewish children. This proves, in quotes, that the European Jewish children were smarter than the Oriental Jewish children. Or does it? After 4 years in the kibbutz, where the environment was positive, the motivation excellent, and the dedication to learning and growth was substantial, the average IQ leveled off to the same thing, 115. That's exciting. When you associate with the right people, with a positive, moral outlook on life, you greatly enhance your chances of winning. Unfortunately, your associates also affect you negatively. A youngster, and adults too, who associate with others who smoke is far more likely to take up the habit than he would if he ran with a non-smoking group. The same is true of a drug usage, drinking, immorality, profanity, lying, cheating, stealing, etc. Fortunately, you can choose your associates. Step 9. To build your self-image, make a list of your positive qualities on a card and keep it for handy reference. Ask your friends to list the things they think they like about you and keep that list handy. As you and your friends make that list, you might get to be like this old boy down home. He was walking down the street talking to himself, and somebody stopped and asked him why he did this. He replied that he enjoyed talking to intelligent people, and more importantly, he enjoyed listening to intelligent people talk. I'd say he had a healthy self-image. Brag on yourself from time to time. Get in your own corner. Step 10. Make a victory list to remind you of your past successes. The list should include those things that gave you the most satisfaction and confidence. This list should extend from childhood to present time. It can cover everything from whipping the school bully and making an A in a difficult course. As you periodically review this list, you will be reminded that you have succeeded in the past and that you can do it again. This builds confidence, which builds image, which builds success, happiness, etc. Actually, these last two steps reaffirm the fact that you are for you instead of against you. As you make your list, please remember that many of the qualities so vital to the balanced success we're talking about do not show up on the talent educational charts. Think in terms of your dependability, stickability, and availability for service. Accept as fact that you can be just as honest as anyone, just as conscientious, and just as dedicated. Know that you too can work as hard and that you can pray as hard. Know also that you are loved by God as much as anyone else. All right. So those were steps 6 through 10, chapter 4. I believe it's chapter 4. I'll triple check again. Sorry, my memory eludes me. Chapter 4, we're going through the 15 steps to a healthy self-image. So once again, we're reading the book See You at the Top by Ziglar. This is a lot shorter video than the last one, but I want to make these simple for you. Take a moment and read back through this or listen back to this for yourself. If you haven't already gotten the book, I would highly encourage you to do so. And let me know what you like about this video in the comments. If you do like the video, we ask that you do like the video right there. And then if you want to be alerted for the next video that we come out with, whether it's doing a book reading or just going through different leadership skills and ideas to help you be a better leader, please make sure you subscribe and you will be notified when those videos come out. We look forward to seeing you in the next video and have a great rest of your day.